So you're done with your paper and you want to double check to make sure that you have documented everything properly and provided key references as necessary when you finish your research. One of the tools that I use as a teacher here is trying to see if everything was documented properly. I use this thing called social. Let's see here. I'll show you. It's a small business SEO tools. Basically, what it is it's for website designers and social media managers. And what they do is they use this site before they actually publish an article or a new piece of information for the public. They run this through and they check to see if any sources are similar to other information provided in the web. And basically, why it's important is because in the web world is it provides devalues actual web page ranking. So if they have similar content that other websites have, it lowers their rank. And another reason why it's important for here is same influence here is if your paper is not documented properly, you would actually lower your score for your grade for the paper, and you're not giving credit to where it needs to be given to. What I did was I've actually copied the whole entire text of the paper provided right here that I've already written. Actually, I didn't get all of it. What I did was I copied Control C and copied it into the actual text box here on the website. And this website is right up here. It basically it's small SEOtools.com, and then if you just search that right there, it'll actually come up by itself like this, and then you just go plagiarism checker, and then there you are. You paste your work there. And what I tell my students I like them to do is go ahead and use the checker, and the reason why is it just gives you a sanity check as far as what research you've done and made sure that everything's documented properly. And what it does is it runs through this whole check, and it checks all the different websites that the contents are uploaded to against. Publishers upload their content, and it's available there too, and it searches their websites. So any kind of books, any kind of content you get from your actual textbook will show up here too. Any kind of content you get from like an article will show up here. So what it does is it just cross-references all the websites, and it checks to see if there's any similar syntax within the actual words itself. Basically, once you've done this whole report here, you should have nothing that's lower than 70% unique. So in other words, all your content that you write in your paper should be at least 70% or more your own. Even if you paraphrase it, that's fine, but as long as you're providing that reference back to where you obtain information from. Here, once it's finished, I'll show you what it does here. Usually it's pretty fast. So right now, this content here is 94% unique. We're not quite done yet. We're just trying to make sure that we're actually catching everything here. So what you do is, when you're done with the report here, you click on the link here, and it provides you two different, or at least a few different, we call it spaces where you can be found the text at. So what it did was it highlighted in bold as far as what text it found from your paper, and then it provided an actual website that it can be found. And you still got to do the scrubbing here to see if it's relevant. And what I'm showing you here, once it goes to the website, you just click on a link. Okay. What it looks like here, it looks like I grabbed the definition from that website. So what I want to do is verify this was a website I used. And it looks like bizfinanceabout.com. That's definitely not the proper way to cite this. I'll show you that too real quick. And then, yep, so bizfinance.com. This is the actual website that we obtained information from. What I want to show you next is, once we finish this one, yep, there's only one. So you would keep on going through, and if you did have more than 70, or more than, I guess I would say less than 70% unique, you definitely need to rework your paper and actually provide more content that's unique. So, and then you would just recheck again. You keep on doing this until you're finished. But as far as this website here, as far as properly documenting it, what I like to use is called a Son of Citation Machine up here, and this is the website, citationmachine.net, right up there. So basically, whenever you type this in, this is a long encrypted. It's going to ask you what is your style. Now, Grantham, we use APA format. Some other colleges use MLA, but primarily we use APA. And basically, from here, what you do is okay. I'm not doing the ISBN. I'm sorry. What we're doing here is you select basically if it's print or non-print, and depending on what type of resource you obtain it from, it could have been your book at home or your textbook or even online journal, magazine. But what I did here was a web page, and here, look, it says here you can paste it. So I'm gonna go to that web page, copy there, and then paste it right into the box, and then search. And look here, it's already in the database, so it recognizes that one. Sometimes you're not that lucky, but you know, just follow the prompts here, and once you finish filling out the prompts, I'll show you what it does. One second. It's asking for the title of the. Okay, title of the hosting site. We'll just go about.com. It's right there. And it's just normally you have to look for the date. This one here doesn't have a date, and that's okay. Let's see here. I use 2013 because of the copyright. I'm not for sure exactly. Normally the articles that are published, they do have the date there underneath the author's name. So what I did was put 2013, and then you go all the way down. Basically this is automatically populated for you. Date retrieved. This is important because websites are dynamic content and they change. So it's important to put the date you retrieved it there, and then make citation. Now here, if you noticed, what it is it provides you the actual, if you're familiar with the APA formatting, provides you the actual come on. So basically this is the actual reference for that, and notice that these are all alphabetical orders, so I went ahead and put that one last because it was the next one in order. And then from there, this is the actual reference page reference, and then this is the in-text citation reference. You know, sometimes your professor asks you, well, how come you don't have a in-text reference? And this is what this is for here. This actually goes at the end of the statement, where you put the work at, which was right up here. Now, this was not a direct citation based on information retrieved. And the way I can verify that was, let's go back to that website real quick. And also so firm to operate, okay? So firm, where'd it go? Firm to operate. It is so I want to make sure here, sorry. It is, well, okay. So this whole thing is direct cited from the website. So what you have to do is put the quotes in there, and then Okay, so this goes here, and then you actually need a comma, and then usually it's a year, but since there's no date, you put no date. And then this should match. So since this was the whole statement, this would actually match down here too. So add no date. Basically, that's the way to avoid it. And then also, when you're including more examples in here, normally it's recommended not to have more than 30%. Some professors require less, like 20% or less, using references and examples. So just remember that rule of thumb. It's a rule of thumb that, you know, the unique content should be 70% or more of your own. And then if you wanted to blend some of the work from examples that really reinforce what you're talking about, that's really the key here. So you definitely don't want to override your paper with examples, because pretty much anybody can just go put examples everywhere and then keep it in there and not write your own work. But the key is to have your own thought based on their research, and then infuse, I call it, examples that help weigh or improve or reinforce your concept that you're talking about. So between here, I'm using the in-text citations and references using Son of Citation Machine through this website. It's very useful. And then also using the small SEO tools, which is free, and it never runs out of opportunity to. It never asks you for money or anything. Some sites do ask you for money, but this one never asks me for money at all. So what I do is I paste the document in there and then check, and it's pretty quick. So I do about 100 of these a week. So can you imagine only doing a few papers a week through here? It's not going to charge you money at all, and it's definitely efficient, and it'll help save you time too. It'll help you double check your work and make sure you're on track for submitting your paper with proper documentation. If you have any questions, definitely ask your professor. This is just a tool and a tip to help you get started and use tools that really do work and help you through. So, all right, take care.